So today I'm going to make a video about a show called The Get Down. And I'm making a review of the show slash a kind of, commentary about the show. So that's what this is going to be. And then I'm going to get back to my regular crusty dusty David Bowie videos. So the first thing is the show is based in 1977. And it ends in like 1996. Because the beginning is 1996 and it be like, goes back in time, whatever. And I said, the thing is, it's not the only show that did that this year, because there was a show, the New Edition movie, that did that. And I was going to say they did their intro way better, because the Get Down show didn't really do anything at all, for me at least. I thought their intro was kind of, So you needed to kick off their first episode with something way better than that.
And this story recants it, but yo, my life began last year. Sophomore high school, that summer I saw her, said to myself, she'll be my wife soon.
There was a brotherhood. In the beginning, it was pure.
Rock stars.
Yeah, well, I'm not a rock star, you see. You've just said it. I'm not in rock and roll.
Good, that's nice.
Because I was just... And it was so boring from the beginning, but I'm like, I already knew the show was going to be trash one. Because when I was looking at it, it just didn't seem that amazing. I mean, maybe it'll get better after they make a second season. But I was just saying, when you think about this show, just look at the man that made the show. Then look at the kids that are starring in the show. Then look what the show is about. So clearly none of them know nothing about the struggle of life or anything whatsoever. We have the show, and it begins with this boy named Zeke. And we see his life, his family, whatever.
You ain't got but one responsibility in this house.
Sorry.
We see that his dad is a stank hobo, and his dad is like, don't burn my eggs, this and this and this. And this is a thing that I always talk about in shows. Something to me that instantly makes me be like no to a show is when they have a whole bunch of cuss words and a whole bunch of fresh parts just because they can. Because, I mean, that doesn't make a good show. And nobody does that in real life. People who do, nobody likes them. So my thing is, you don't have to say cuss words every 5 seconds for your show to be decent. You can literally have one word the whole show, or just say a couple words and it'll be decent. But, I mean, every other word in this show is another curse word. And I'm like, that's not what makes the show decent, because that's annoying and slow, so. But you can have tasteful cuss words, but this show just doesn't know how to do tasteful cuss words, or tasteful whatevers. So, yeah, there's that. And then we have his friends. So we have Jaden Smith, who plays a character called Dizzy. We have his 2 little brothers. He has a brother called Rara, and a brother called Bew.
Can you find Boo? It's all you have to do.
Yeah.
We're gonna be late for school, Dad.
No, but when you make yourselves late, wait till the last minute to do your morning chore.
That's Jive.
No, that's...
Come on, Pop. This ain't Little House on the Prairie. He just got a point there, Dad.
No, he don't.
And then he has a girlfriend, and her name is Marlene. Or Marlene, whatever.
I cannot bear these shades of gray.
That was...
Did it sound professional?
That was superflicious.
What's superflicious?
Superflicious?
Yeah.
Superflicious is super plus official plus delicious.
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no.
Hell no.
So basically the show is about the forming of the beginning of hip-hop / rap. And the thing about it is, it's supposed to be like Grandmaster Flash in the, I forget the brand. It's either Furious 5, yes. And so the boys in the Thing show call themselves the Fantastic 4+1. That's what they call themselves at first.
Oh my goodness.
But anyways, so this show is about the 70s, blah, 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 blah. You already know they were going to have disco in it because everybody thinks the only thing that was relevant in the 70s was disco. So basically Zeke is trying to get Marlene to be his girlfriend, but she wants to be a singer, star, whatever, whatever.
No, but it's not like we do it all the time or ever, really.
Ay, bendito, don't be difficult.
What are you doing tonight, for real? We can go see Star Wars together. Hey, I want you to be my girl.
No.
And he's a poet, writes poems, this and this and this. And we see them kind of talking to each other in the beginning. And she has two friends. One of her friends is named Yolanda. I forget her other friend's name because I thought that the whole thing with them, her and her friends, were just hideous. So she has her two friends who are skanks. And they try to get her to be a skank. But she's like, oh, no, I'm not a skank. Blah, blah, blah. Even though, yes, she is a skank.
You will not be sleeping at Yolanda's tonight.
Papi! Looks ugly this time, man.
You will be home by 10 p.m. You will go straight to your room and you will study the Word of God.
What?
Your father's word is final.
10 p.m.
Always take his side, man! Yo, what's got you down, girl?
And this is all within the first episode. So he loves her so much, 111, so he tries to get her this album. Because he hears that she's going to this party, and she's going to do this and this and this, and she wants a man, but she's going to this club, and they're like, that place is so ghetto, you're going to die, whatever. And she's like, whatever, I don't care. So he was like, I have to get into this club some way, somehow, some whatever. So his friend is like, you have to get her something special, sweet, whatever, but nothing expensive, because you're a poor hobo.
A gift. That's something expensive, because you ain't got no money.
And we go back to Dizzy, who is Jaden Smith. And he has, he's a street artist, I guess you could say. And he does graffiti and this and this and this. And he has all these little different characters named different things and whatever. And he's obsessed with this boy called Shao Fantastic or whatever.
Roof to roof.
See his face?
Nah, but I saw the red Pumas. Man, I heard Shaolin's so slick. He snuck into Yankee Stadium and stole Chambliss's walk-off home run back. He fearless, man. I mean, you gotta be to live in Savage Warlord territory.
Or Shao 007, which is his street artist name, whatever, whatever. Which is why it's kind of important to how Zeke got the record in the first place. He wants the record, obviously, for Marlene, but it's supposed to be this really rare, really expensive, whatever, whatever album that nobody can get because nobody ever heard of it. Whatever. So he tries to get it, and, well, the Shao Fantastic boy has to get it before 11 p.m. for Grandmaster Flash. And Zeke, he just wants it for his raggedy girlfriend. So them two, that's how they meet, by fighting over the album.
No.
And yo, Shao, that's when our journey began. I'll never forget.
Ain't no girl worth it.
You punch like a girl.
Ain't no biting.
And I'm like, first of all, in this show, I'm like, that album would have been broken, cracked, and smashed into pieces as many times as they fling that thing across the floor. Clearly the people who made this show know nothing about vinyl or DVDs or CDs or anything, or records in general, because if you cannot even barely go like this to an album before it literally breaks in half and you be like, it's broken. So the tragedy. So he gets her the Raggedy album and they're dancing, whatever, whatever. She still doesn't care about him, but he's like, why don't you love me, 111? So they're at the club, they're dancing, they're doing the most, whatever, whatever. And what happens is, since it's a ghetto club, there ends up being a shootout because there's these kids called the Warlord Gang or something like that. I don't know. They were hideous too because every other word for them is another cuss word. It's so stupid. You don't have to do that to make your show decent. Nobody likes that and it does not appeal, which is why the show failed because it was trash. So anywho, these ugly kids shoot up the whole place 1-on-1, and Zeke and Marlene, of course, are the center main couple, whatever, and they're like, oh my gosh, no!
Come on.
So he comes out of the thing, and she's like, see, this is why, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, that's not my fault. I couldn't have controlled those people doing this and that. And she's like, whatever, don't ever talk to me again. The typical, I hate you, don't ever come near me again, stupid girl thing, whatever.
And even if I was gonna be with somebody, which I'm not, I'm gonna be with a man that has goals and has a plan. Not a kid from the neighborhood, not a boy, not you.
Molly.
Not now.
Molly, if you give it a chance.
I don't love you, Zeke. I don't love you.
And so they have him outside. This is what I hate. Like, people in general, you can cry in the dirt. You can have a reason to cry in the dirt. But at this point, he had no reason to cry in the dirt. So why are you crying in the dirt? And I was just like, why are you crying in the dirt when you have no reason to be crying in the dirt? Don't cry in the dirt until you are given a reason to cry in the dirt. Somebody says you're this and that, whatever. She didn't say nothing about him that bad. I mean... So he was like, no, I'm never going to be anything. I'm never going to be anybody.
She's right. I ain't saying I ain't ever going to be shit. She had no business being with me. I probably...
But then the boy that's Shao 007 or Shao Fantastic shows up. Because him and the other boy were fighting over this record the whole time. And he was like, give it back. And his friends, Dizzy and his two little brothers, were like, oh my gosh, is that really him? And they were like, this can't be. This is trash. Because the man that their brother always told them that Shao Fantastic was is not what they thought he was going to be.
Yo, Boost, Wordsmith. Now, what did I do? I got you in. I got Malibu, who's dead, to play the record, which in fact is the last record that he'll ever play. Sit your ass down. Yo, you got the gift, but you look like a bitch crying over a bitch.
Which is why they always say you shouldn't meet the people you like in real life. Also, along in this, we hear him rapping.
Knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. Spank him like his daddy, then send a boy home. Shot fire, now you really surprised. But sit your mouth open, you can taste these good bars.
But eventually that develops and develops and develops into him being a serious rapper. So, yeah, that's basically just half of the first couple episodes. So, yes, that is my Raggedy review. Thank you.
Let me introduce you to the Get Down crew. Rah, rah, Dizzy, Shaolin, and Boo.